everybody, and welcome to Boy Book Mom. Today we're so excited to read Nickelodeon, Blaze and the Monster Machines, Rootin, Tootin, Racetrack. This book is adapted by Frank Burroughs, based on the teleplay The Bouncing Bull Racetrack by Gabe Pullman, illustrated by Nikki Foley. One morning, Starla was showing Blaze and AJ some of the wildest tracks in the Wild West. "I reckon you'd really like this one," she shouted. "It's called the Rodeo Ramp." The monster machines raced up the huge ramp and flew through the air. "What a ride," laughed Blaze as he landed in a big haystack. "Hey, Blaze, where'd Starla go?" asked AJ. Blaze spotted Starla's cowgirl hat on another haystack nearby. "There she is," he said. Starla sneezed. Hay flew everywhere. AJ saw something on the ground. "It looks like an old map," said Blaze. Starla was excited. "You mean like a treasure map?" "Yeah, but this map leads to something better than treasure," replied Blaze. "It leads to a racetrack." "There's the Bouncing Bull Racetrack," exclaimed Starla. "They say it's the rootinest, tootinest, wildest racetrack that ever was." "So all we have to do is follow this map and it will take us to the Bouncing Bull Racetrack?" asked AJ. "That's right, but getting there is going to be a tough journey," said Starla. "As long as we stick together, nothing can stop us," said Blaze. "You said it," replied AJ. "This way, partners, to the Bouncing Bull Racetrack," yelled Starla. "Yee-haw!" "To get to the Bouncing Bull Racetrack, first we'll have to cross the colossal cliff," said AJ. "It sure is a long way to the other side," observed Blaze. Suddenly, geysers erupted beside them. "What in tarnation?" exclaimed Starla. "Whoa, those geysers are really blasting a lot of steam," said AJ. That gave Blaze an idea. "What if we ride the steam that comes out of the geysers?" he asked. "I bet one blast could carry us to the other side." Starla grabbed a flat rock and hopped onto a geyser just as it exploded with steam. "Yee-haw!" she cried as the steam sent her flying through the air. "I made it!" Blaze and AJ hopped onto another geyser and quickly joined Starla on the other side. AJ checked the map. "Now we have to go through Red Rock Canyon," he said. Vroom! The racers zoomed ahead into the canyon. "Red Rock Canyon sure is quiet," said AJ. "A little too quiet," said Starla, "and kinda smelly." Just then, several stink clouds zipped past them. "Someone just blasted us with stinky stinks," cried Starla. "Oh no, it's skunk bandits," said Blaze. "Let's get out of here," hollered Starla. "After them," giggled the skunk bandits, shooting more and more stink clouds. "P.U., those skunk bandits are chasing us," said Starla. "How will we get away from them?" asked AJ. Blaze had an idea. "We can use one of these rocks to block the canyon so the skunks can't follow us," he said. Using their lassos, the monster machines snagged a boulder and blocked the path behind them. Bonk, bonk, bonk. One by one, the skunk bandits smashed into the big rock. "So long, skunk bandits," laughed Blaze. "Bouncing Bull Racetrack, here we come," whooped Starla. "Now we have to follow the tracks of the rusty railroad," said AJ. "Looks like they go through that old tunnel," said Starla as she zoomed along the tracks. "This way, fellas." Starla entered the tunnel and began to race up the elevated tracks, but she quickly slipped off. "Gotcha," said Blaze, using his lasso to save his four-wheeled friend. "What do we do now?" asked AJ. "If we try to drive on these old rails, we'll fall." "These rails weren't made for monster machines. To ride them, we need a steam engine," said Blaze. "A steam engine uses the power of boiling water to create steam. That steam pushes against a set of pistons so the train can move." Blaze transformed. "Oh yeah, I'm a steam engine monster machine," he shouted. "All aboard!" The trio raced down the tracks and around sharp turns. Soon they spotted the exit. As they shot out of the tunnel, Blaze changed back into a monster machine. "We made it to the end of the rusty railroad," AJ cheered. "Do you guys smell something?" Skunk bandits, shouted Blaze, AJ, and Starla. Those little stinkers are right behind us, said Starla. How are we going to outrun them? Sounds like it's time for blazing speed, said Blaze. Let's blaze! The monster machines left the pesky skunk bandits in their dust. Hoppin' hubcaps, there it is, the bouncing bull racetrack, exclaimed Starla. Moo, bellowed the big bull truck. Suddenly, the racetrack began to buck, wiggle, and bounce. Well, looks like there's only one thing left to do, giggled Starla. What's that? Asked Blaze. Ride 'em, cowboy, she said. The monster machines raced and bumped around the track again and again. This bouncing bull racetrack is one crazy ride, laughed Blaze. It's the wildest track in the Wild West, hollered Starla. Yee-haw! Thank you so much for joining us for Blaze and the Monster Machines Rootin' Tootin' Racetrack. Join us next time for another story.